Good afternoon everybody and welcome back on a new video on my channel. Today we're going to talk about tennis and today we're going to talk about the world number one battle. Before we start the video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. As always, the channel subscription is really important for me. So please subscribe to the channel. The goal is to reach 200 subscribers as soon as possible. So if you subscribe to the channel, you will help me a lot and you will support the growth of the channel a lot. Apart from this, I also invite you to activate the notifications bell, share the video, hit a like and comment down below. Okay, so guys, today I want to talk about, today I want to talk about the world number one battle. So as you all know, at the moment, the rankings stand in this way. Novak Djokovic is the world number one and Carlos Alcaraz is the world number two. But things could change in the near future. Things could change before the end of the year because both of the players are currently fighting for the world number one spot. So, I want to start to analyze the chances that both of these players have. In the title, I've already told you which is my opinion, or at least who I think is going to end as world number one, and I'm going to tell it right now. In my opinion, the world number one at the end of the year will be Carlos Alcaraz, for some reason that we're going to discuss in a moment. So, let's just jump into the stats. Okay, so let's take a look at the rankings. Novak Djokovic currently is the world number one with 11,045 points. He lost 500 points without having the chance to defend those today. At second place, we have Carlos Alcaraz with 8,805 points. So the gap is still pretty big, more than 2,000 points, exactly 2,240 points. So the gap is still pretty big, but there are some things that Alcaraz are favorable to Alcaraz. Let's start by analyzing the schedule of the players. The schedule of the players is this. Novak Djokovic is going to play Bercy, the Masters 1000 in France, in Paris, he's going to play in Bercy, and he's going to play the Nitto ATP Finals, of course. And then he's going to play the Davis Cup, but the Davis Cup doesn't count in terms of points and in terms of rankings. After the Nitto ATP Finals, the top 10 is closed. So, as I was saying that Novak Djokovic is currently the world number one, but I think that this world number one ranking is seriously threatened by Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz is currently playing in Shanghai. Today he managed to win a very tough battle against Dan Evans, who had chances in both sets. He was leading the first and second set, but Alcaraz managed to win. He deserved the win because, he didn't play exceptionally well on the breakpoints because he did a bunch of unforced errors, but he still managed to play a good match overall, and he managed to win. So that's the most important thing. I would even say that it is the only important thing when it comes to points, because the more matches you win, the more points you have. As simple as that. One of the easiest equations that you can possibly find on Earth. Now, talking about Carlos Alcaraz's schedule. Carlos Alcaraz's schedule is pretty simple. Actually, I'm not saying that he doesn't play a bunch of tournaments, but he will play more tournaments than Novak for sure. He will play 4 tournaments considering Shanghai. He's currently playing Shanghai. Right now he's going to play the round of 16 against Grigor Dimitrov after tomorrow. And after Shanghai will play in Basel. Last year he played in Basel and lost in the quarterfinals. And then he will play Bercy. Last year he lost in the quarterfinals. And then at the end he will play the Nitto ATP Finals, of course. And he doesn't have any point to defend. So let's analyze this. Carlos Alcaraz plays in Shanghai. And Carlos Alcaraz plays Basel, Bercy, and finals. So he has, let's just do some math. He has for sure 1,500 points available at the Nitto ATP Finals because he didn't play the finals. So he has 1,500 points available. Then at Paris, Bercy, he has 820 points available, so 2,320 points available, because of course he can't make a profit of more than 820 points since he has a quarterfinal to defend. And in Basel, he has 410 points to defend because he made the quarterfinals last year. Of course, 500 minus 410 equals 90. Sorry. Yes, it equals 90. But actually I want to say the opposite. 500 minus 90 equals 410. So 410 plus 2,220 is, and the result of that is exactly 2,730 points, and then you add another 1,000 points, 3,700 points. So he has 3,700 points approximately available. On the other hand, on the other side, Novak Djokovic only has 400 points available. And those 400 points available are in Paris, because at the NIT ATP finals last year he won the finals without losing a match. So he can't win more points, he can only lose or stay at the same points. So I think that Alcaraz has a considerable advantage here. He's really motivated to play well. He is really motivated to be again the world number one. He wants to regain that spot. It has been a fight between the Spaniard and the Serbian. Before the Alcaraz, the fight was between the Serbian, the Swiss, and the Spanish. Now, in the Spaniard, now the fight is between only the Serbian and Spanish, with a change. Carlos Alcaraz took the role of Rafael Nadal in his fight for the biggest titles or for the biggest accomplishments of the game. As of today, Carlos Alcaraz is playing in Shanghai. He is the favorite. Of course, now also Daniil Medvedev is out of the competition, so there is no Medi. There is only Sinner, Ruud, Tsitsipas, Rublev, but he's the favorite against all of these players, apart against Sinner, because against Sinner this match is 50-50. Sinner has the tools to beat Carlos Alcaraz, and he showed that just about 1 week ago. Now I wanna give 3 reasons why I think that Carlos Alcaraz will finish as world number one. I've said that some of the reasons, and the main reasons, are that he has more than 3,700 points available compared to the only 400 points available that Novak Djokovic has. I've also said that he is motivated to be the world number one at the end of the year for a second consecutive year. And Djokovic, of course, is a goal in his mind. Of course, he also wants to be the world number one at the end of the year. That would be a record extending 8th time. But it's not his priority, right? Novak Djokovic's priority is, I think, in my opinion, is to win the Davis Cup with Serbia and to do well at the final 2 tournaments, the final 2 ATP tournaments of the year. But his main goal is to win the Davis Cup with Serbia, and his main goals for the next year are the Grand Slams and the Olympics. He is not focusing on other tournaments than those. So we know that Novak Djokovic has other focus. He's not thinking about, oh, if I do this, I will be world number one by those points. He's just thinking about those specific tournaments in the whole year. Instead, Carlos Alcaraz wants to be the world number one. Let's take a look at the draw of the Shanghai Masters. Let's take a look at what Carlos Alcaraz can do to be world number one. So, Carlos Alcaraz will play against Grigor Dimitrov, then potentially he will play against either Diego Schwartzman, who, more than surprisingly, beat Taylor Fritz. I didn't expect that, absolutely. I thought there was no chance of that happening. But it happened. I know that Fritz wasn't in his best shape, but Diego Schwartzman wasn't in his best shape either, especially in a surface like Beijing's. I know it's not the fastest hard court, but for sure it's not Diego Schwartzman's surface. So Alcaraz will play against, I think he's the favorite against Grigor Dimitrov. So yeah, he has very good chances of defeating Dimitrov and reaching the quarterfinals, because it's a round of 16 match. Then he plays against one between Nicolas Jarry and Diego Schwartzman in the quarterfinals, and he's the absolute favorite there. And then he would potentially face one between Stefanos Tsitsipas and Humbert and JJ Wolf and Tommy Paul and Andrei Rublev. Probably Andrei Rublev, considering that he's the favorite in that side of the row, of the draw, yes. On that side of the draw, Rublev is the favorite. So he would face Andrei Rublev, who I think that Alcaraz and Rublev never faced each other, and he would be the massive favorite to reach the final. So that would mean going to reaching 9,300 points, which is only 1,700 points away from Djokovic's throne. And then afterwards, on the other side of the draw, of course, there is Casper Ruud against Marozsan, Ubi Hurkacz against Zhang, Yannick Sinner against Ben Shelton. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. Francisco Cerundolo against Sebastian Korda. So here the favorite is Sinner, although he is not in his best form because well, actually he's in good form, but he's just tired from Beijing. So he's gonna struggle a lot against Shelton. It's gonna be a super tough match indeed against the American player, the American star. If he faces Sinner, okay, Sinner won 4 times against him, but he still has chances. I mean, in Masters 1000 final, Carlos has more experience than Yannick for sure. So he would have chances. And then continuing, Paris, Bercy. So let's take a look. Alcaraz, let's take a look at what the top players will play. As I was saying, Alcaraz will also play Tokyo. Guys, Alcaraz will play Tokyo, Basel, and Paris. So another 500 points available for Carlos Alcaraz. Guys, he has 4,200, or to better say it, 4,200 points available. I think that's a very good advantage for Carlos, in my opinion. And he also plays Tokyo because he wants to be the world number 1 by the end of the year. He wants to be the world number 1 by the end of the year. And he's pushing himself to the limit to do so. So yeah, this is it. Other reasons, well, they could meet each other. The thing that I hope that happens is that they meet each other in the Nitto TP Finals final. That would be the fairest. I don't know if it's the right way to say it, but let's say that would be the most suitable end for the season, to see Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic playing for the world number 1 spot. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As always, I invite you, as I said in the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, leave a like, comment down below in the comment section, share the video, and I'll see you in another video. Ciao!